Good morning, class. I am here with a new topic, and the topic is there from the class 12, chapter number 1, reproduction in organism, and this is the part 5. And I am your biology educator, Hare Krishna, as you know. Now, in this part 5 of the reproduction in organism, we are going to discuss about the modes of asexual reproduction in animals. You quite remember that in the previous topic we had come across with the modes of asexual reproduction in plants. Now here we are going to deal with the asexual reproduction in animals. In this we will discuss about the fission, fragmentation and budding, and then we have the checkpoints. Now if we exactly concentrate on that, what the modes of asexual reproduction in animals are. They are the fission, fragmentation, budding, regeneration, and parthenogenesis. In this part, as I had told, that we are going to deal with the first three, that is fission, fragmentation, and budding. And in the next part, we will discuss about the regeneration and parthenogenesis. Now let's begin with the topic fission. Fission, we had already studied about this in the part when we had studied about the modes of asexual reproduction in plants as well. So let's rememberize it with this, that it is the most simple and most common mode of asexual reproduction in which, under favorable condition and availability of food, the parental cell divides into two or more equal parts. As you know, that is, it might be the most simplest and most common and most ancient method of cell division in which any cell divides. And on the basis of the number of progeny that they get produced, it is of three main types, namely binary fission, multiple fission, and plasmotomy. Now, the binary fission. As you know that the binary means two, it means it is the division of the parental cell into the two equal outer cells, and depending upon the planes through the cells divide, it is of following four types, that is transverse binary fission, as in case of paramecium, when the body divides transversely. Then longitudinal binary fission, as in case of euglena, when the body divides longitudinally. Oblique binary fission, as is case of Cryptonium, when the body divides oblique. And then irregular binary fission in amoeba. Now let's discuss about the multiple fission. I'm not going to discuss these things in a very extensive at this time, because we had studied in detail about these in previous lessons. So we will just discuss these once to continue the topic. So here is the multiple means many. It is in which the parental cell divides into many equal halves. It is the mostly seen among the parasitic protozoans like Plasmodium. As you know, that Plasmodium is known to cause malaria, and this is placed in the class Sporozoa of phylum Protozoa. In this, the organism divides by a method of multiple fission. In this case, the organism under unfavorable condition forms an encapsulated structure in which the cell divides and redivides to form large number of progenies within the capsule. And when the favorable condition relapses, the capsule bursts to release these daughter cells, and these daughter cell further infects the new host cell to cause the disease. Now next is the plasmatomy. In this method, the nucleus of the parental cell divides and redivides to form a multinucleated synkaryotic structure. Synkaryotic structure means I had already discussed about it, that syn means united and karyon means nucleus. When the nucleus is get united, as in case of pumpkin, you see the structure, the whole ground can be get considered as the cytoplasm, and the seeds would be get considered as nucleus. Then this particular structure is called synkaryotic structure. And then further under, when the favorable condition relapse, each nucleus is get bounded by a membrane with a small amount of cytoplasm and get separated to become a new cell. This takes place in the opilna as well. Now the next, the fragmentation in animals. Now in this method, under the mechanical stress, when the body of the organism divides into two or more parts, then each part behaves as a new individual. This is usually seen among very simple organization having cells, having a body, like sponges from phylum number 2, that is Porifera. The sponges, the body doesn't have any cell tissue grade tissue organ organization, but it is only having a cellular grade organization. When the body divides, then each part behaves as a new individual, as you know. Now the next is the budding. It is the most simple method that you know, that are mostly seen among coelentrates and to the poriferans and ctenophorans also, that is from phylum number 2, 3 and 4. In this method, an outgrowth formation takes place onto the surface of the body of the organism. Outgrowth formation takes place onto the surface, and this outgrowth is called bud. This is called bud, and which when cuts off from the body and behaves as a new organism. As in case of hydra, you quite remember that onto the surface of the body of hydra, if certain outgrowth formation takes place in the form of bud, which get pinched off, or which when cuts off from the main parental body, and when it just away from the parental body, it becomes a new organism. Now on the basis of the formation of the budding, it is of two main types, that is external or exogenous budding, as in case of hydra, onto the surface of the body, and next is internal or endogenous budding. Endogenous budding means when the budding takes place within the body, as in case of sponges, through gamule formation. Now at the end of this, as you know, we have certain checkpoints. So here, differentiate between binary and multiple fission, and external budding and internal budding. For till then, thank you for listening carefully, and I will continue with the topic. Till then, take care.